Sofia Carmina Coppola is an American screenwriter, director, producer and actress. In 2003, she received the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay for Lost in Translation, and became the third woman to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Director. In 2010, with Somewhere, she became the first American woman to win the Golden Lion, the top prize at the Venice Film Festival. Early life: Sofia Coppola was born in New York City, New York, the youngest child and only daughter of set decorator artist Eleanor Coppola and director Francis Ford Coppola. She is also granddaughter of the composer Carmine Coppola, sister of Roman Coppola and Giancarlo Coppola, niece of her father's siblings August Coppola and Talia Shire, and a cousin of Nicolas Cage, Jason Schwartzman, and Robert Schwartzman. When Coppola was 14, her brother Giancarlo was killed in a boating accident. At 15, she interned with Chanel. Coppola is a 1989 graduate of the St. Helena High School. She later attended Mills College and the California Institute of the Arts. After dropping out of college, Coppola started a clothing line called Milked, which is now sold exclusively in Japan. Early career: Coppola's acting career, marked by frequent criticisms related to nepotism, began while she was an infant, as she made background appearances in 7 of her father's films. The best known of these early roles is her appearance in The Godfather as the infant Michael Francis Rizzi in the baptism scene. Coppola returned to her father's trilogy in both the second and third Godfather films, playing an immigrant child in Part 2 and playing Michael Corleone's daughter in Part 3 after the originally cast actress Winona Ryder discontinued her involvement with the film. Coppola responded to a question about her role in The Godfather Part 3 in a 2013 interview. "Let's see. Did I not want to do it? I was game. I was trying different things. It sounded better than college. I didn't really think about the public aspect of it. That took me by surprise." The whole reaction. People felt very attached to the Godfather films. "I grew up with them being no big deal. I mean, I understand they're great films but I dunno. I'm not surprised. It makes sense that people would have an opinion about it but I got a lot of attention I wasn't expecting. I was going to art school anyway so I was able to get back to what I was doing. It was before the internet so magazines would come out but then the next month they were gone. There wasn't even as much paparazzi around then." Coppola also acted in her father's films The Outsiders, in a scene where Matt Dillon, Tommy Howell, and Ralph Macchio are eating at a Dairy Queen, Rumblefish, The Cotton Club, and as Kathleen Turner's sister Nancy Kelcher in Peggy Sue Got Married. Frankenweenie was the first film that she performed in that was not associated with her father. However, it often goes unnoted due to her stage name Domino, which she adopted at the time because she thought it was glamorous. The 1989 short film, entitled Life Without Zoey, was released as part of a tripartite anthology film New York Stories, and was co-written by a teenage Coppola with her father, who also directed the film. After she was critically panned for her performance in The Godfather Part 3, for which she was named Worst Supporting Actress, and Worst New Star at the 1990 Golden Raspberry Awards, Coppola ended her acting career. Although, she appeared in the 1992 independent film Inside Monkey Zetterland, as well as in the backgrounds of films by her friends and family. For example, she appeared as Saka copyright in George Lucas' Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace in 1999. She has since been quoted as saying that she was not hurt by the criticism from her role in The Godfather Part 3, because she never especially wanted an acting career. Coppola also appears in several music videos from the 1990s, The Black Crow Sometimes Salvation, Sonic Youth's Mildred Pierce, Madonna's Deeper and Deeper, The Chemical Brothers' Electrabank, which was directed by her future husband Spike Jonze, and later Phoenix's Funky Square Dance. Filmmaking: Coppola's first short film was Lick the Star. It played many times on the Independent Film Channel. She made her feature film directing debut with The Virgin Suicides. It premiered in North America at the 2000 Sundance Film Festival and was released later that year. Her second feature was Lost in Translation, Coppola won the Academy Award for her original screenplay and 3 Golden Globe Awards including Best Picture Musical or Comedy. After ʻkoʊpələ and Jane Campion, Coppola became the 3rd female director to be nominated for an Academy Award for directing and the 2nd to win the Original Screenplay Award, after Campion in 1994, thus making a pattern for the female directors to be nominated for both awards. Her win for Best Original Screenplay in 2003 made her a 3rd-generation Oscar winner. In 2004, Coppola was invited to join the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Her 3rd film was the biopic Marie Antoinette, adapted from the biography by British historian Antonia Fraser. Kirsten Dunst plays the title character, who marries King Louis XVI, played by Jason Schwartzman, Coppola's cousin. It debuted at the 2006 Cannes Film Festival where, despite boos in the audience, it received a standing ovation. Critics were divided. Her 4th film was Somewhere. The movie was filmed at Chateau Marmont. The plot focuses on a bad boy actor portrayed by Stephen Dorff who is forced to re-evaluate his life when his daughter, played by Elle Fanning, arrives unexpectedly. In November 2010, Coppola was interviewed by Joel Cohen, who professed his admiration of Coppola's work, at the DGA screening of Somewhere in New York City. Coppola's most recent film is The Bling Ring. It is based on actual events centered around the Bling Ring, a group of California teenagers who burgled the homes of several celebrities over 2008 and 2009, stealing around $3 million in cash and belongings. Emma Watson, Tessa Farmiga, Leslie Mann, Katie Chang, Claire Julian and Israel Broussard are starring in the film. The film opened the Uncertain Regard section of the 2013 Cannes Film Festival. An announcement in mid-December 2013 stated that American Zoey had successfully attained the screen rights for the memoir Fairyland, a memoir of my father, and that Coppola will adapt the book with Andrew Durham. Coppola will also produce the film with her brother Roman. In March 2014, it was reported that Coppola was in negotiations to direct a live-action adaptation of The Little Mermaid from a script by Caroline Thompson. Television. In the mid-1990s, she and best friend Zoe Kasavitz helmed the short-lived series High Octane on Comedy Central, which spotlit performers in underground music. The show was cancelled after 4 episodes. In December 2008, Coppola's first commercial premiered during an episode of Gossip Girl. The advertisement, which she directed for the Christian Dior fragrance Miss Dior Car Copyright Dry, which was shot in France with model Marina Lynch-Yuke, was very well received and continues to be popular on YouTube. Modeling. At the beginning of the 1990s, she was often featured in girl-oriented magazines like Seventeen and YM. In 1998, she co-founded the clothing line Milk Fed in Japan with friend Stephanie Heyman in cooperation with Sonic Youth's Kim Gordon. In 2002, fashion designer Marc Jacobs hand-picked the actress-director to be the face of his house's fragrance. The campaign involved photographs of her shot by photographer Jürgen Teller in his signature grainy style. In the July 2013 issue of Elle magazine, photographs shot by Coppola of Paris Hilton at her Beverly Hills mansion were featured. Awards. Coppola was nominated for 3 Academy Awards for her 2003 film Lost in Translation, in the categories of Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay. She would go on to win for Best Original Screenplay, but lost the other 2 nominations to Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Her nomination for Best Director made her the first American woman in history to be nominated in that category, and the 3rd overall, after ʻkoʊpələ and Jane Campion. In 2010, Kathryn Bigelow became the 4th woman to be nominated, and the first to win the award. Coppola, however, remains the youngest woman to be nominated in the Best Director category. Her win for Best Original Screenplay resulted in her family becoming the second 3-generation Oscar-winning family, her grandfather Carmine Coppola and her father Francis Ford Coppola having previously won Oscars. The first family to achieve this feat was the Houston family, Walter, John, and Angelica. For her work on Lost in Translation, Coppola also won a Best Screenplay Golden Globe and received a BAFTA nomination. On September 11, 2010, Somewhere won the Golden Lion, the top prize at the 67th Venice Film Festival. Personal life: in 1999, Coppola married director Spike Jonze, whom she had first met in 1992, and they divorced in 2003. It is widely believed that a minor character in Lost in Translation is based on Jonze. As Coppola stated after the film's release, there are elements of Spike there, elements of experiences. In an official statement, Coppola's publicist explained that the divorce decision was reached with sadness. Coppola lives in Paris, France with her second husband Thomas Mars, and has described her love for the city and her favorite places there, the Palais Royal, the Tuileries Garden, the Musée Copyright d'Orsay. "You can tell I love the city, right? It's a filmmaker's dream there. The colors are beautiful." On November 28, 2006, Coppola gave birth to her first child, a daughter named Romy, who is named in honor of her brother Roman. Coppola first met Mars while producing the soundtrack to The Virgin Suicides. They have since collaborated on Lost in Translation, Marie Antoinette and Somewhere. A second daughter named Cosima was born to Coppola and Mars in New York City, U.S. in May 2010. Coppola and Mars were married on August 27, 2011 at her family's villa ex Palazzo Margherita in Bernalda, Italy. Filmography: Director, Films, The Virgin Suicides, Lost in Translation, Marie Antoinette, Somewhere, The Bling Ring, Untitled Fairyland, The Little Mermaid, Short Films, Lick the Star, Music Videos, This Here Giraffe by The Flaming Lips, Playground Love by Air, City Girl by Kevin Shields, I Just Don't Know What to Do with Myself by The White Stripes, Chloroform by Phoenix, Advertisement, Miss Dior Car Copyright Dry Fragrance for Christian Dior starring Rena Lynn Shuke, City of Light Fragrance for Christian Dior starring Natalie Portman, Marni Collection for H&M starring Imogen Poots, La Vie en Rose for Christian Dior Fragrance Miss Dior starring Natalie Portman, Daisy Fragrance for Marc Jacobs starring Andrea Hardin, Actress, Films, Music Videos, Mildred Pierce by Sonic Youth directed by Dave Markey, Deeper and Deeper by Madonna directed by Bobby Woods, Sometimes Salvation by the Black Rose directed by Star Copyright Fainseed Naui, Electra Bank by the Chemical Brothers directed by Spike Jonze, Funky Square Dance by Phoenix directed by Roman Coppola. See also, Coppola Family Tree, List of actors who have appeared in multiple Best Picture Academy Award winners, List of Academy Award-winning families, references. External links: The Coppola Smart Mob New York Times Magazine cover article, Sofia Coppola at the Internet Movie Database, Milk-Fed. Coppola's Japanese fashion label, Sofia Mini, Coppola's canned wine, So Fine, Sofia, Wine Review, KCRW's The Treatment, Sofia Coppola interview with ʻkoʊpələ, Sofia Coppola's style, Sofia Coppola's style,